How you doing? Paul O'Sullivan here, based in Blessington, County Wicklow in Ireland. Just making another short video, and this one's about my latest book. This is my fourth published paperback book now at the moment, and it's Becoming Who I Really Am, and it's Finding Balance and Harmony, and it's 200 questions for self-exploration, and it's an inspirational journal. And I've designed this myself. Now I'm absolutely thrilled. I've been using Canva Pro, and I was able to design, well, I've designed covers before. My other, my Let Love In poetry book, I designed the cover of that, and the Same Shit Different Day, I just designed the cover on that. But I've designed this as well, but I've also designed the actual interior of it. So it's probably hard to see. This isn't a great camera I'm using now today, but I just want to show you the inside of the actual book. And it's just in paperback at the moment, and I am trying to learn how to make an interactive version where the journal part will be this part here. You'll be able to write on it, you know, for ebook. I have to find out how to do that, so I'm working on that at the moment. Anyway, so I'll read you maybe three bits out of it. So let me see. So just to show you kind of what it looks like. So what I've done is I've written a question. There's 200 questions in this book, and then I've written kind of a little explanation of what that might mean, you know, and then you can come along. If you have any thoughts or inspirations on it, you can write them in here yourself then. So let me see, what have I picked out here? Will I discover my light now is one of the questions. And what I've written then underneath it is, we all have a light within us, a divine spark that sometimes gets dimmed by our life experiences. Go into the great silence. Breathe slowly. Focus on the center of your chest. And imagine the feeling of warmth and a light growing and spreading outwards from you. Can you find your light now? And that's the kind of practice I would do on a daily basis, morning and evening. Let me say one more. Okay, can I have more play in my life? So going from this page now. For a long time, I had lost my sense of humour. Life was very serious, and play was only for children, as far as I was concerned. But I began to grow old, and I realised I was dying inside. My childhood hadn't been a happy one for me, so I decided to create a second childhood. And that one is much more fun. And I just flick through and see. Okay, will I value my imperfections? We cause so much inner turmoil when we don't accept all of ourselves. Who told you, darling, that you had to be perfect before you could be loved? What if you could just value your imperfections? Would that bring you some peace today, right now? So these are the kind of questions I have in this book, and these are the kind of little things underneath it, little quotes, if you like, that I've written underneath. And then so you can come along, maybe that question might just say, you know, let's see if we can find one more here now. Am I the most honoured guest? That's another one I've written. How would you treat a most honoured guest? Would you give them the best of everything? What if you began to treat yourself like that? You know, and you could start maybe writing in it, you know, and saying, well, you know, how can I treat myself like the most honoured guest in my life? Stuff like that. So it's for self-exploration. I've done a lot of work, becoming who I really am. It's taken me probably 10 years of consciously working on this. I mean, I reached it. There's different levels you reach, you know, you never really get there, to be honest with you. It's a process, you know. But looking back on 10 years ago, I'm a lot happier in myself, and I'm more authentically me now than I was 10 years ago, you know. And I'm not really caring what anyone else thinks of me, because people won't accept you fully anyway. They don't accept themselves fully, and that's what it's really important that you become who you really are, yourself, for yourself, not for anybody else, you know. And then that gets rid of a lot of anxiety and depression as well. I found a lot of the anxiety I had growing up and up to about 10 years ago, and even over the last 10 years as well, was, you know, that concern about what other people think of me, what stories are they telling about me, and all the rest of it. And you know, you can never please people. They might love you one minute and they might hate you the next. You know, I always look at the Jesus story for that one. One minute they're waving him in with, you know, palms and everything like that. Next week they're crucifying him. And that's what people do to you, you know. But if you can become your authentic self, that won't matter so much. I mean, we all want to be liked. We all want to belong. We want people to accept and respect us, you know. But if you're living your life like that, hoping that people will just accept you on the level that you're at, you know, you're just not going to get it right on that one. That's what I found anyway. That was my experience, you know, and it causes a lot of anxiety, and it causes a lot of depression, and it causes a lot of self-esteem issues, you know. But if you can become who you really are, you know, and actually like who you really are, that's half the battle, you know. And if people like you, then that's a bonus. And if they don't, well, look, sure, there's nothing you can do about that. Do you know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. So anyway, I hope anyone who has read it so far found it interesting. Just like to add value. I like to share what I've learned and what I've overcome. And I'm about, I suppose, overcoming suffering and stuff like that. And I've had a lot of work to do on myself over the last 10 years. So 11 years nearly at this stage. So I just like to share what I've actually done myself. You know, this is all my experiences and stuff like that. And I'd say watch this space. I will create an interactive version of this as well at some stage. All right, thanks again for watching. Check out my Paula Sullivan's author page on Facebook, and I have a lot of other videos about my other books are on there. If you go into Amazon, it's available on Amazon at the moment. And so are my other books as well. If you go into Amazon Central, and that's if you go into any of my titles and just click on my name underneath, it'll bring you into Author Central. And that'll bring up all the books. So this is my 4th one. The last one was Let Love In. The one before that was Same Shit, Different Day. The one before that was Different Perspectives for a Different World. And that was the revised edition I had up there, you know. And I'm working on a photography book now at the moment. And 2 other books actually I've started working on as well. And I have a lot of plans for different books and that. So just you'll be able to keep up to date if you go onto Author Central. It'll show you all the books. And then I have a lot of notebooks as well I designed using the Canva Pro again and using my artwork. I just put my artwork on covers, and I just have lined journals, so just like notebooks, you know, and they're just something a little bit different. So I have a few of them up there, and I have other ideas for stuff as well. I'll just tip away at it over time, you know. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and mind yourselves, all right? Bye now.